Okay, theoretical probability is the probability that an event occurs when all of the outcomes of the experiment are equally likely. Simple event is an event consisting of only one outcome. Now, this is the easiest probability that we do, and we talked about it yesterday. And I told you we're going to make it more difficult as we go, but right now this is where we start. So this is in your notebook. Probability of an event is the number of ways an event can occur over the total number of equally likely outcomes. And we wrote it a couple different ways yesterday. We said it's event over total, or what we want to happen over the total. Either way is fine to remember, just as long as you remember it's the probability of what you want over everything that could happen. So our question for number 1 says, how many faces does a number cube have? So think about it. What can you get if you roll a number cube? You could get number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 faces. Out of these faces, how many are a 1? Right? There's 1 1. So that is 1 out of 6. Now, the next one says, what's the probability that a 3 will be rolled? Well, how many 3s are there? Also 1 out of 6. Now it says you roll a number cube. What is the probability that you roll a number greater than 2? So now you're counting any number greater than 2. So that would be 3, 4, 5, and 6. So how many numbers are greater than 2? 4 out of how many total numbers? 6. Now you can simplify that one to 2/3. And then it says you roll a number cube. What is the probability that you roll an even number? So find all your even numbers. That is 3 even numbers out of 6. Or you can simplify it to 1/2. So how many sides does a coin have? Well, it has 2. It has heads and tails, right? What is the probability of landing on tails? Well, how many tails are there? 1 out of 2. So when I read these, I like to make a list because I don't like to reread. It's up to you. A bag contains 6 red marbles. Ooh, that's kind of fat. Let me find a different. A bag contains 6 red marbles, 4 green marbles, 2 orange marbles, and 10 blue ones. You select 1 marble from the bag. What is the probability you select red? So we want probability of a red marble. How many reds are there? 6. And what's you're going to have to add all of these up, right? That's going to be your total. Now I will tell you, you can simplify by 2 when you're done. Now it says, what's the probability of other than red? So we're talking about not red. So keep your denominator. Now, if 3 out of 11 are red, how many are not red? Absolutely. If 3 out of 11 are red, that means 8 are not red. So this is called the complement. Is spelled with an E, C-O-M-P-L-E-M-E-N-T. A compliment when you tell somebody their hair looks nice is I-M-E-N-T. Number 4 says you pick a card at random from a standard deck of 52 playing cards. What is the probability you will pick a black card? So you have red cards and black cards. So let's talk about a deck of cards. You have spades and clubs. Those are your black cards. You have hearts and diamonds. Those are your red cards. So out of these, how many are black? 2 out of 4, which you can simplify to 1/2. Now it says fraction in simplest form, a decimal, and a percent. Now you're going to do the same thing, but not pick a heart. So looking at our choices, how many are not hearts? Well, a spade is not a heart, a club is not a heart, and a diamond is not a heart. So out of the 4 suits, how many are not hearts? 3, right? So 3/4. Now you're going to write that in a decimal and a percent. On the first day of school, Ms. Luna places 10 orange and 14 purple pencils on each of her 24 desks. As students arrive, she randomly assigns them a desk. What is the probability that the first student will be assigned a desk with an orange pencil? We are looking probability of orange. So orange goes on top. How many oranges do you have? And the total goes on bottom. Oops, wrong total. Now I will tell you can divide by 2 to simplify. For number 1,